Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to talk about Concord. I have not talked about Concord at all. I did not cover it. I was not interested in covering it because I felt like it was not the game for me, and I was not interested even in the game because there were so many other games I was like focused on at the time. But today we are going to talk about it. One, because this game is going to be, if not the, but one of the biggest flops ever. Uh, to happen, and it's following games like Gollum, the initial release of Cyberpunk. Boy, was that a nightmare! Suicide Squad, Redfall, games that have flopped over the course of time, and this is going to be the fastest flop. I think the fastest flop ever, because this game came out about 1 or 2 weeks back, and and Sony has put out a statement saying that they are shutting it down. Yes, that is right. So, as you can see here, our initial launch didn't land the way we intended. Therefore, at this time, we have decided to take the game offline beginning September 6th and explore options. Blah blah blah. Sure, they're being very diplomatic about it. We will begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who have purchased the game for PS5 or PC. Right. Steam Store, full refund for players. Epic Game Store, full refund. Other retailers, full refund. Once refunded, players will no longer have access to the game. So they are completely shutting down the game, removing it from all game stores. So what exactly happened, right? I mean, surprise or no surprise, IGN gave it a 7. Uh, I'm not sure why, if the game was performing so bad. Um, as you can I mean, let's try and see, right? So I've been reading a lot of sources, I've been watching a lot of videos to find out exactly what went down, what was wrong with the game. The art style was fine, the animations were okay, a little bit quirky at times, and it was like this mix in between, Overwatch, Valorant, and Guardians of the Galaxy. It was in between these games, right? It was something in between. They were like, as you can see from the as you can see from this character art styles, and these character models, they're going for something, goofy and serious looking at the same time, right? So one issue from what I've seen people have had with the game is that um, their inclusivity, their focus on inclusivity. Now, it's fine to do inclusivity, right? It's not wrong. It's just that you need to know where your priorities are, right? Focus on the game, fine, add inclusivity, but we don't need to make a big deal out of it, right? Because Apex does this as well, and a few other games do this, but they don't make a really big deal out of it. I think this game wanted to make a really big, because the character biographs and all this is what people have said, right? And this is what I've also read. They were like taken out of proportion, and things like that, and people kind of like lost interest in all this. And to add to that, the character models are really not that interesting. If this is a hero shooter, which they have classified is as a hero shooter, I would believe that this game needed to be like, your heroes have to, like, have awesome looks, right? Skins, abilities, and things like that. I would say. Now, if you look at this, I mean, like, look at this, and then look at this. She's wearing a fish head, like a fish tank or something. Um, okay, okay. Which one of these characters spells out? Oh, I really want to play as this character. This is so cool, right? Okay, finally one that's okay looking, but everyone is what is that? Gamora? Some sort of a Gamora? None of these characters say, "Wow, okay, that is cool," right? Like, look at Overwatch, Apex, Marvel Rivals. Look at all those character designs, and Marvel Rivals we don't need to talk about because it's Marvel characters, right? Who wouldn't be interested? But Overwatch, Apex, and things like that. All these hero shooters, uh, like, these are not appealing, right? Right. And dude, there are 38 players playing this right now. I feel sorry for them, like, trying to queue up for a game, right? 132 24-hour peak, 697 all-time peak 12 days ago. This was like on release, and it's dropped, and no one is playing it since then. The game is literally dead. So all these issues. So obviously, people who were interested in the game or have been keeping an eye out for this game, myself not included, of course, have obviously must have given feedback in some form or another. They must have said something, right? Guys, you need to uh, address these issues immediately or something like that, right? So let's see how do the devs respond, because this is what actually created the entire shitstorm around it, right? So here is one of the devs, one of the earlier animators of the game or something. So this was on Reddit. So it's Concord release day, so insanely proud of the team and what they and we have accomplished. A labor of love like nothing else, been playing it so much. I got confused with the full stop and the simple B. Else, stop. Been playing it so much since early access started a few days ago, and I'm so excited for it to be available to everyone. And I'm so honored to have had this my first AAA game. Full stop. Why is he not using capitals? He or she or they, I don't know who this person is. Was a huge learning experience, lots of struggles, but I'm glad to have gone through them. Full stop. Time to go play. Again, capitals after full stop, please. It's triggering me for some reason. Okay, so fine. Okay, and then people are replying saying that I'm sorry, this has to be your first. I do not believe it's you or any of the other devs' fault that this game has performed so poorly. I can tell that a lot of effort was put into completing this game. It just came at the wrong time and genre. Okay, so people are being nice about the constructive criticism as well, right? They're saying the game is flopping. We're sorry about it, but here are the reasons. They're saying uh, obviously it's going up against some other games that are performing well in this hero shooter genre. So, and then this guy goes ahead and says, I don't really care. It was a huge labor from a lot of insanely talented people making an awesome game. Why would I care about a bunch of talentless freaks hating on it? I'm sure having fun playing it, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Talentless freaks actually came to drop some positive. Okay, anytime a dev insults gamers or potential customers or people who are going to buy the game in general, it's not going to sit well. Why? Because we have to sit through and play this game. We are purchasing your game. We are spending money on this game, and games are not cheap. Like how much is the game? I think this was like $40 or something. 40 buck game. There is a certain amount of expectations, right? Games are very expensive nowadays. Like back then, 40 would be the max. Now that it's 60, 40 is like mid-range, I would say, but still 40 is not cheap. So like this guy calling people who are buying him or hers, or like I don't know, their games talentless freaks. This is not going to sit with I can see why the game is performing really poorly, right? So now the game is dead. It's going to be removed off the stores. So I'm not sure which direction they're going to go in next. But yeah, this has to be the fastest flop ever, right? I don't know if there's a faster flop than this. So in the span of 2 weeks, the game was released and now it's being removed. So I mean, someone would argue that the Cyberpunk release was one of the biggest flops, but it didn't flop, right? Cyberpunk came back strong. It wasn't an issue with mostly PC. It was a issue with a lot of consoles. So it took them a long time to get back to where Cyberpunk should have been, but they eventually did that. And I would mind playing Cyberpunk today itself. But this game on the other hand, I have not played it, but I've seen a lot of videos of people playing it and complaining about it, and yeah, I mean, like, what can I say? The minute you insult people, like you insult people who are buying your game, it's not gonna look good, right? And I understand where that developer is also coming from, and uh, but that's the thing. Like, you need to know how to take criticism. I myself am a software dev. I'm not a game developer, but I'm a software dev working in front end UI UX, so user interfaces. So I understand, like, when you design something, you make something, you feel like it's good, right? But people who are going to use it are not going to feel the same. And I have learned to like accept criticism like that, because that is what matters. That's what's going to end up making your product better. So there's no point insulting people, like calling them talentless freaks. Like, dude, they're using it, so they know, like, they know something about using something, right? So you don't need to be super talented or nothing, like, to know how to know how something needs to be used. So that's why customers do know like, you know, people who are buying your products or whatever do know, like if something feels right or not. So yeah, I mean, there you guys have it. Concord shutting down September 6th. And yeah, I'm not sure if any more drama will come out of this game. Everything's gonna be dead silent. I think all the official Twitter, all the like official channels are like, they've removed comments and replies now, so no one can reply or comment on it. So it's essentially dead at the moment. I'm not sure if anything else will happen. We'll see. We'll see on September 6th, or we'll see post September 6th, if you get any, if, because they said that they still might look into doing something uh, later on, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. So yeah, there you guys have it. Concord officially dead. Fastest flop in my opinion. Like, I have not seen a faster flop than that, but do let me know if there is a faster flop than this. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Till next time, then bye bye.